What do you make of the notion that women can't work together because we don't get along or we don't like each other?
I really think that's an old saying, that women have the PhD syndrome. I've seen more women working together, collaborating, holding each other up. I'd like to see that happening more and more. I may be in the position that I am, and I can still have somebody much younger than me mentoring me, you know, empowering me. It doesn't necessarily have to be an older woman mentoring a younger woman. You know, we've got, I mean, we live in a different age now. More young people are even smarter than us. So I can learn from Nomdeni. I can learn from a Putima Hanyele or a Basitsane or a Kanyi, you know, or a much younger woman. Yes, I may have been living for a very long time, but I think I've seen women now wanting to work together, collaborating, helping each other. So the notion that women do not work together, I don't think it's there. I think it's just in our minds that we don't like each other. I think women want to see women prospering, because, you know, in Zulu, they say when you empower a woman, you empower the whole nation. So it is important that we all work together. I'm a mother of 4 boys, and I constantly ask my boys, would you marry an illiterate woman or a woman that is not educated? You need a woman that will challenge you. You need a woman that will you have to build each other. You know, that's why I constantly say, we're not here to compete. We are here to complete each other. Yeah.
Nomdeni, what's your take on it?
As a Conhe, we're here to support one another. There's nothing like women cannot work together. All my partners, everything that I'm doing, they are women. All my board members are women, and they really support the initiative. At the other initiative that I sit at their board, they are women empowerment initiative. The owners, the funders of those initiatives, they are women, and we support one another. We love one another. We give one another all our best. So that's an old thing. We don't talk about that anymore. It's just an all say.
And then now finally, in the news we've been seeing a lot of cases of femicide. We're seeing young girls being killed by their partners, being abused by their partners. We're seeing more and more of those stories coming out. With your organization, with the conference, what type of message would you send to a woman who's going through the same situation, who's in an abusive relationship?
We have a program in the conference on the training side, a wellness training that support women emotionally, women that are abused. We're going to be rolling it in all African countries from the 1st of July to, I think, the 3rd of September. We'll be going all over the schools, you know, trying to encourage girls, motivate them, just you know, try to make sure that those kind of things, they don't happen to them. If they happen to them, you know, where do they go? Where can they get the support? And then Mama Yvonne?
I think it's actually very sad that we see our young people actually, you know, killing their partners. You know, as I said, a mother of 4 boys. It's important that when we talk about girls' issues, we talk to boys as well, because we can't talk about girls' issues without talking to boys. We need to bring all these children and actually empower them, you know, the same. So the Princess of Africa Foundation seeks to work with both boys and girls, because, you know, I think for me, we've seen that girls are sort of, you know, given more chance. And we always talk about take a girl child to work, take a girl child to school. That's very important, because in other countries, girls are still so disenfranchised because they are going to get married. So there's no need for us to marry, to educate them and things like that. I think it becomes our fault as parents. We need to teach our children from a very early age that if you are a boy, you're much stronger than a girl. A girl is feminine. This is your sister or your colleague in the classroom. Respect them, treat them with love, protect them. I think the most important thing is to say we need to tell our children to protect each other, but make sure that we say to them, you are not here to be abused. Do not abuse others as well as boys, because it starts with being bullied. and allowing it. And then you get this boy thinking, oh yeah, that's a job for a girl. I'm going to eat and leave my plate there. And we as mothers and will say, Nomden, go and wash the dishes for your brothers and things like that. Boys should know. They can't leave their socks down there. Boys should know they must wash the dishes because they did eat. Who's going to cook for them? Who must clean for them? They should be knowing that all those choices are theirs. You know, so it starts at homes as well. It's us as parents who need to say to our children, yes, it is the truth, as Nomdeni said, that we as women, by the way, we were taken out of a man's rib, but not to be trampled upon, to be loved, to be cared for, to be protected. And you know, you need to hold your flower. We women are like flowers, and they need to be given that space. But on the other hand, we then need to work together to know that we are always the same and will always be equal in the eyes of the Lord, by the way. So, you know, for those young children, I want to say, once you see that you are in an abusive relationship, get out. Your happiness is the most important thing. You can't sit there and say, this boy, you know, gives me money, or I can't do without him. Love yourself first, because if you don't, no one will love you. You can't expect to be loved if you do not love yourself first. You know, your own happiness should be the most important thing. And if this boy, you love them so much that you want to be submissive and to give of yourself to them, they will see that and they will not protect you. They will trample on you. But if a boy knows that this girl is assertive, he will give you the love that you really deserve. Yeah, you can't sell yourself cheap. You can't just sell yourself easily as well. So these are the things that we need to teach our girl child at home as well. Yeah.
Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate you making the time.
Thank you for having us.